In the previous video we showed how you can define a search part for a list and then specify that the list should not be populated until there's an active search. In this video we're going to show how you can define constraints to limit the amount of data that the user can retrieve to protect against a situation where the user tries to retrieve too much data to load onto the mobile device. So before we actually go ahead and do that, let's go to defined controls over here and add in a control that shows us the number of records that are in the list. So I'm going to go there and just choose this and then place that above the list control. So let's go ahead now, save it and run it, and let's do a search now, say for let me just widen the screen here so we can see the detail view side by side. I'm going to go here and type in, say, USA and then click search, and I'll see that that returns 13 records, and then UK, and that returns 7 records. So I'm going to go and define an arbitrary rule that says that you cannot retrieve more than 10 records. So I'll go back now to my list control over here, and then you can see that we've defined, here's our search part, and now I'm going to say set search maximum. So I'll go there, and now there's two ways that two different ways in which you can define the search maximum. You can specify the maximum number of records, or you can specify the maximum payload size. So the maximum number of records may not be appropriate because obviously the record size is important in determining how much information can be stored on the mobile device. So you might want to specify the maximum in terms of the payload size, which is the number of bytes. But in this case I'm going to just go here and specify a number of records, and I'll say 10 records. So now if we exceed this, if the user enters search criteria that exceed that exceed this, in other words that return more than 10 records, then there are going to be events that fire that will allow you to handle that situation. So let's just go ahead now and go ahead and do this now, and then I'm not going to yet define any of the events, so I'll go here now and type in, say, USA and then hit search, and we can see now that basically the list did not get populated because we've exceeded the maximum search size. But the user didn't know that we've exceeded the maximum search size because we didn't actually handle the event. So let's go back now to list properties and go over to our list events over here, and just type in, say, search, and then here on search result too large, I'm going to just go here and say alert, you retrieved too many records, please search again. So now let's go ahead now and then go back and run this. So again I'll type in, say, USA and then search. You can see there's our event that's firing, telling us that we retrieved too many records. Now I'm going to go here and type in UK and do a search, and now you can see that the search executes correctly. So the ability to specify the maximum search size or the maximum payload that a search can return is very important, because the typical pattern in a mobile application is when the application starts, the lists that contain the disconnected data will be empty. Then the user will enter their search criteria to retrieve the data that they'd like to have available to them while they're disconnected, and you need to make sure that the user does not try to retrieve too much data because there's a limit to how much data can be loaded onto the mobile device. Thanks very much for watching.